just fine, trust me. So much work for y'all. Elect me to be the dope man serving y'all. You can spend your last 5, it's worth it, y'all.
Right now, for the drill.
So much work for y'all. I know this economic depression hurting y'all, but I got so much work for y'all. Once the clientele popping, I'm setting up shop and knocking my competition smooth out of the box. Till the word can't be removed out of the block, and y'all cut like to be removed out of the drop.
What's good in the hood? This is For the Throat Podcast, episode 68. I am your host, MC Thrills. I got special guests in the building, X-Knowledge, and I have special guest co-host Ratty in the building, and co-host Poppy X De Niro. What you want to take this shot for?
What I want to take the shot for is many more blessings and opportunities and doors opening and hard work and dedication and family and God. Let's do that shit.
Hell yeah. Cheers.
I already took that one.
You took your shot already?
That's
First and foremost, I appreciate you coming through. Now, I mean, for people that does stay up to date with For the Throat Podcast, X-Knowledge was on episode 67 for Fly Zone 5 concert. That was pretty dope, pretty lit. That's how me and X-Knowledge met. If you could just give the people a brief introduction on who you are.
all right, man. So to keep it brief, I'm an artist from San Antonio. I've been, I guess, what you can call under construction for the past couple of years. It wasn't about till like 2 years ago where I started getting serious about networking and collaborating and meeting other artists and doing things exactly like this. So it's been like that for a good minute. Check me out on XMV Taurus on Facebook and Instagram, and Spotify, YouTube Music. You can find me under X-Knowledge. On YouTube, you can find me under XMV Productions. Definitely got a lot of more content on there. Check that shit out.
Hell yeah.
Well, what's up, man? It's definitely dope to be here. So.
Now, I appreciate you coming through. I know you said on the last episode that you do multiple things. But when it comes to you as an artist, is that like your main passion, your main hobby?
Oh, yes. It is definitely a main passion. Just, like fame, no fame, money, no money. Like, I don't
Something you love to do.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about any of that. What I'm doing is for something that's more meaningful. So, like, to give, I guess, the ultimate shout out. I'm going to do a lot of shout outs.
Yeah,
But I guess the first one to take off since you asked me that, my grandpa, his name was Golddust. He's a legend in the Conjunto world. Mm-hmm. And he produced for like Flaco Jimenez. I don't know if y'all are familiar with that name in the Spanish community. He's fucking big, man.
That's audience that they don't know about.
Oh yeah, so my grandpa's name was Toby Golddust. He produced for Flaco Jimenez, and he's the main reason that got me into music. And so to continue on and everything, yeah, man, that's my passion. And he's not here with us anymore. But he started me off. Yeah, and thank you, man. He's a big inspiration. But I also do it also for my daughter and my family, so I got something to lead to, because we go have some time and shit. But I mean, it's definitely more of a passion than a money thing for me.
And who is Flaco Taurus? You said Flaco Taurus?
No, Flaco Jimenez.
Oh, Flaco Jimenez. Who is Flaco Jimenez?
Flaco Jimenez is a big artist in the Spanish community, and he asked her.
And what type of music?
I just know that it's Spanish. I don't know exactly what type of genre. I know it's called the Conjunto.
Okay, so you think it's around that type of?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But I mean, man, there's a lot of genres.
Especially now.
Yeah, you got gangsta that shit. You got your R&B type shit.
I think one thing like with music, I think is just expanded within the past 20 years. Even more. Even with rap, you have multiple genres, rap, hip hop. One back in the day, it was just like one or two, maybe three different.
It started as a dance.
Yeah.
There were dance battling behind CD shops and everything, man. I always hear a bunch of artists that older than me, like 20 years, talking about like they started, they were slanging their music behind CD shops, everybody dance battling, MC type of shit. And that's definitely more.
What I like to do also on this podcast is I like to get a little personal, what more than just the artist. You as a person. So where'd you grow up at? How was your upbringing?
So that's badass, man. I was born in Corpus.
Corpus Christi.
And I was there for a good year. Then my family moved here to San Antonio.
Okay.
And I spent the majority of my childhood here, about maybe up to my early 20s. But after that, I went to Dallas area, got to experience that for a couple of years and all that. And I just came back. But yeah, I was mainly raised here.
Raised here in San Antonio. But what age did you move here?
I was about maybe one.
Oh yeah, you was there.
Yeah, so I definitely got raised here.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm home. I'm home, bro.
Yeah. With that being said, being raised there in San Antonio, what type of like music you grew up to?
Believe it or not, I started out with rock.
Rock? Yeah.
Yeah. My dad would be driving in the morning listening to 99.5 Kiss. So I got all the Pearl Jam, got all the Foo Fighters, Nirvana, and all that stuff growing up. And I was like infatuated with the drums. I was like in the fucking backseat and shit. In fact, in my grandpa's studio, that's the first thing I saw as a kid. I was like, from my earliest memory, was passing by the hallway to get to the house part. He had the big ass room, and then he had two rooms in it. One of the rooms had a red drum set.
Oh, that's so that was like his creative room.
Yeah, dude, it was a whole studio. He was the first guys to do it independently. So he had a house studio, fucking huge, man.
Oh yeah.
You walk in this little hallway. He had his track, but I think it was like a 64 track, old school. He had a CD presser. He had the print to put it on the CD to make the album cover, booklet, and all that stuff.
Wow, so he had the official back in the day stuff, like
yeah. The other half.
So that had to be inspiration just growing up.
It was, dude, I'm telling you, man.
So did you live with him or just?
No. We would just visit and all that. But I mean, growing up, he would talk to me.
Yeah.
He saw that I was like heavily invested in music and all that, so he would talk to me a lot. In fact, he got me my first drum set.
That's what's up.
So like he opened that door for me musically. I got good at drums, I got good at guitar, I got good at keys. Next thing you know, I started doing on the engineer side. And then one year I was like, you know what, I'm gonna fucking rap. I was like, I'm gonna fucking do this shit.
Well, what year was that when you hit the rap stage?
It was 2014 I decided to start. But I mean, my first project was me by myself. And, I mean, like this podcast, man, I fucking raw dog. I didn't have no mentors. I didn't look at no videos. I just went in the program and I was like, I have an idea of what I want to do. I'm gonna go ahead and try to do it. And for the most part, it came out pretty okay for my first stuff. But I mean, since then, man, it's been a progression. It's been working with just what I got.
Yeah.
You know, now I want to go to the studio and all that stuff. If I'm gonna do that now, it's gonna be for sure for a project that I got that we were down, ready to go, got features and all that stuff. But me, as a solo, man, I'm like a musical nomad. I have my set and I travel with it. But I mean, man, it's been progression each year. The sound is getting way better.
So you said so you said back in 2014 when you actually like started doing music.
Yeah.
When did you start like creating projects as far as mixtapes, albums, stuff like that? Oh, that was 2014. Okay.
I would say maybe later on that year I came out with my first project, just Chapter 1.
Chapter 1.
Yeah, and so I started doing it just to, I guess, fans. Really.
What chapter you on now?
Shit, dude, I just put out Chapter 2, man.
That Chapter 1 was long as shit, huh?
Yeah, man. Like I figured, like, cause what it was is like it was like maybe like 5 years worth of like things that I was just venting out on. So I was like, you know what, these chapters are gonna be a series, you know, probably spaced out 5 to 6 years of my life. Every other anything else that I do is gonna be like what. So like the Golddust EP and everything that I talked to you earlier about, that's just something else that I'm putting out for another album that I got coming out and all that. And each year I put out like little mixtapes or whatever. So I definitely keep myself working.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, man, I just barely put out the Chapter 2 one, man.
Oh yeah. So like between now and then, do you feel like it's been a big progress? Like it's a lot of progression? And can you explain a little bit about that progression?
Actually, yeah, man. Like I never fancy myself. I don't know if you know what that means and all that. But
egotistic.
Yeah. I never been that type of person. But over the years, I knew I had something because I've always gotten comments of, well, why you not on stage? You know, why you not putting out more music videos? You know, getting more content. You know, people need to know more about me personally and all that stuff. So I'm just like, I knew, you know, something.
We got co-host De Niro in the building. Special co-host Ratty, man. I want y'all to give those special questions, man.
Yeah.
To acknowledge.
So, as far as like all of the talents that you basically started with, like, did you ever get rid of any of those, or you stayed pushing with all of them?
With all my little talents and all that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I stay pushing.
Okay.
So each year I've done stuff. Not just solo wise, but also working wise and stuff. I would say like the past 2-3 years has been the most active as far as networking with other people. But yeah, I never given up, you know, any of my talents or whatever. I just
So
kinda
let's give the people a little bit about that part of you, other than the music. What other talents, other than the drumming, what other talents that you say you picked up over the years that you stuck with?
So I like filming.
Filming? Okay.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
man.
I wasn't
like
expecting
filming,
that. All right.
edit. I want to get into special effects. I started dabbling into it a little bit, but I mainly edit and film. But I've done short films, I've done music videos for myself or collaborating project. I recently did a Halloween short film too with a couple friends of mine. It was for a little contest and all that. But yeah, man, I like filming.
What was the name of that? The Halloween project? Was it something like y'all did as? Huh?
Well, we called it the Masked Man, but I guess you know that's what you should look up, Masked Man.
Was it a collaboration? Like
it was definitely collaboration. I got some other homies that are into filming and acting as well, and they were fucking awesome.
And where we looked that up on YouTube or
YouTube. Definitely, you can find it on my YouTube page, XMB Productions.
Okay.
It's called The Masked Man. Definitely check it out. It's a nice little I think it's a 2-minute. I think that was one of the rules. It had to be like 2 minutes or less. And so it's just a nice little thing. But it definitely inspired us to start writing this more into it because my other homie, his name is Steve, but he runs through Avatar Films. And he's heavily into all that shit. And they do a lot of horror film type of shit too.
Oh, what made you get into the films?
Long time ago, I was in high school. I took a class for it. I accidentally ended up in class, and
How you accidentally end up in class?
I forgot to sign up for last class. We had like
Oh shit! I hate that they randomly take your shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
They
just
threw me
me
a
in.
guitar when you're.
Yeah, so this is that, and I was like, man, I'm gonna get out of this bitch. And then I sit down, I see myself in a nice Apple computer, and I was like, hey, hold on, man, I could use this for some music, bro.
Perspective change.
But the teacher was dope. He actually got me really interested into it, and he was very like modern, man. He wasn't like he wasn't a pushover.
Yeah.
He was talking to me and somebody one time, and he was like, "Look, man, you just gotta grab your balls and say, fuck it, go for it."
The teacher?
Yeah, the teacher.
Do you think if like you never accidentally went into that class, you would still feel the same way about it, or do you think like you would never saw that side, so you probably wouldn't have even?
That's a good question,
That
man. I think my whole life is really different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your whole life.
My whole life, man. I feel like
That's a big statement. That's a big
Yeah,
statement.
man.
So what do you think your life would have like been without the film moves?
shit, man. I would have been just average Joe, man. I would have been probably like SpongeBob, man. Just get up.
He said SpongeBob. So you think that brought out like the creative more in you, like?
Yeah, because before all that, like I wasn't outspoken like this.
Oh, okay. So the
You know?
film side helped you with that.
Yeah. And
That's deep.
I
That's
feel
really
like
deep.
it was kind of already going there,
Yeah.
but that's the door, though. That was my doorway right there.
Yeah. So it kind of like elevated
Mm-hmm.
that creativity.
Exactly. Pushed me, to actually do it, man. Because the background of music, I had it from grandpa, and then also from my mom's side.
Yeah.
A couple of my uncles were in
Okay.
bands and all that, and played instruments. I had a cousin that DJs a lot too. So definitely I had the musical background, but for me personally to make that push, it took a long time. Definitely took a long time. Man. But once I got there, I was like, I'm never gonna stop.
Yeah. I know you brought up bands, and I know you did mention pre-pod that you gonna start in a band or?
Oh yeah, man, it's already started. So
Okay, so you got a band right now. Okay, what type of band is it? What type of music? And
so
tell us about
it's definitely rock.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, of course, like.
Oh, so you still in the rock? Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of subgenres, alternative, punk, and so that is still.
Is it rock rap or just
straight rap? That's the thing, though.
Okay.
It can be both. Right now, we got 2 songs, man, and they're fucking more on the rock side, and they're amazing to be. I fucking love them.
Yeah.
They're amazing. But the band is called 9 Feet.
9 Feet. Okay.
F-E-A-T.
How many of y'all are there?
There's 4.
4 of y'all. Okay.
Yeah.
And what's the position for each person?
So I'm the drummer right now.
Drummer, okay.
And then we got Anthony on guitar.
Uh-huh.
And then we got Jordan on bass.
Okay.
And we got Eli on vocals.
Okay.
Jordan's gonna be doing vocals as well too.
Okay.
But that's really badass thing that I want to talk about because for years I wanted to do band. That's actually what I started out. I started out with rock.
Oh, okay.
That's all I wanted to do, and then it just turned into hip hop. But for years, I always tried to find people that could fuck with me, because it's one thing to play an instrument, but it's another thing to play with other people.
Right. And then y'all being on the same page. And
Exactly. A lot of people just cook up the instrument, they're there by themselves, and get used to that. But when it comes down to working with people, it's like, oh shit, bro, we actually got to be on time.
Yeah. That's dynamic.
Yeah, so for years I've been on that quest, and man, dude, like this is a hit. First time that we've gone in, and I mean we just all, well, except for me and George, we enjoyed it way back. But everybody else was all kind of net, and then just bam, a couple practices, and we actually did shit.
So like, as far as your drumming, what age did you start that?
Man. I was like 12.
12?
12, yeah.
Okay.
I started drumming when I was 12. I started in like, school band and all that.
Okay.
And then my grandpa saw my progression, and so one birthday he actually gifted me a drum set.
What would you say?
Same grandpa?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
What would you say is like the youngest age that you experienced your first talent? Like you realized like you're actually good at something?
Shit, man. Same age.
Same age, 12?
Yeah.
And out of all them talents you had, how did you manage to keep going with it?
That's deep.
Oh, I know.
Because it definitely connects with your whole being and who you are and
Yeah.
where you strive to be and all that, because that's what music really hits. It hits your heart. And so the focus and determined was definitely there, just because, the passion just wanted to be filled.
Yeah.
And then the step of, I'm gonna make this real thing, came about, and them two coming together was just amplified.
Right.
So definitely it keeps me going.
That's good, man. I'm actually glad you kept all them talents, because on my side I didn't. At 7 years old, I learned how to draw. I learned how to play piano, sing, dance, and rapping that was like my last of it, right? And out of all those talents that I was good at, I gave it all up for rapping, and I'm not even the best rapper yet, So it's like, I was like, damn, I gave all my talents away. But a lot of people tell me, if you practice it, you get it back, because you had it before. It's there.
Oh yeah, dude.
So
man, definitely. It's like playing sports.
Yeah.
Like, you think Jordan ever lost his shot? Fuck no, he ain't never lost his shot, man. He may not move the same, but you put him right there, he's off.
Yeah.
Shoot, he's off. Steph who? But I mean, yeah, it's exactly like that, man. Like, you can go right back into piano, man. You just need that time, space of you and the piano for a second just to catch up. That's all it is, man.
Alright, practice. I'm bringing back the filming because it kind of like made me think about my situation. So like with me with the podcast and the music as well. So I have my photography. It's called Thrills Films and Photography, where I also do I shoot weddings and I do portraits, and I shoot music videos. I do all types of stuff like that. But the reason I bring that up is because when you said like the film, it changed your life, that class, and changed everything moving forward. So that made me think like when I got into the photography and the videography, that kind of made the dynamic of my whole life too. Because without that aspect, I don't think I would be running a podcast right now.
Yeah.
So like that, and because everything I use here is everything I use for my photography and video. So I was using this for photography and video before I even started a podcast. So if I didn't, know how to run these cameras or edit or anything like that, I probably wouldn't even be doing a podcast now. And I started back in 2020.
Not bad, dude.
60 episodes in. 68 episodes in since this is the 68th episode.
68.
Yep. And that made me think, I'm like, yeah, like, does that open up my mind? Like, damn, imagine if I didn't even touch the photography side.
Like
the video side.
I hear it all the time.
We wouldn't be here right now.
All it takes is one little thing to shift your whole life.
Yeah.
You don't realize until like maybe 5 years plus in, you thinking back, you're like, damn, bro, for real. If it wasn't for that, man, it wasn't that.
Right, it just changed the whole trajectory of your whole life. I've always, back in the day, I've always done music, Yeah. So I always played with the music, but when I entered the photography and video realm is when I got better with editing and making music videos, and then was able to start doing my own creations, my own creativity. I was creating reels and stuff like that. So, and then the podcast came in. That was the third thing. So it was the music, and then the photography, and then it was the podcast. And then with everything, I usually tell people, because some people would say, there's some people that say just stick to one thing. Stick to one thing. But I never really believed in that because I believe everyone has multiple talents.
Oh, yeah.
Even if they're great at one thing. Everyone is more than that one thing. So, example, if you're a father, right? You're great at being a father. That's a talent within itself, just being a father. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and it takes a lot of work to just be a father. But not only that, you're a worker. You got to provide for your family. So that's two things that person has that are you have to be great at. You gotta be financially, you gotta build for your family. So and that's not even with the regular talents. Like if you like to play drums or you like to do film, so all that on top of that. So I always tell people whatever it is you love to do, just go for that shit and try not to be criticized. If someone criticizes you, fuck it. It is what it is. Right. I take criticism pretty well. I don't give a fuck if you I hate this shit, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, let me improve. There's certain people that you can take criticism from and be like, all right, you give me good criticism. Yeah. But then there's people that just hate. That's different. Oh yeah. That's just different. Two different things. And some people will say, oh, I'm criticizing you. You saying your shit is trash or anything like that. That's not criticism. Yeah. Oh, I didn't like your thing because of this, your flow or it was your cadence or your bars. That's criticism. I see that. But if someone says, oh no, your shit is trash, that's hate. If you can't. Tell me why it's trash. But that could be with anything. We got a special co-host, Ratty, over here. He's a gamer, man. Do you got any questions in that realm?
So, game, man.
Let's switch it up a little bit. That's what you're here for.
Rough.
It's
a rough takeoff.
Yeah.
Film definitely brings in a different tier for it.
Yeah.
Because just trying to set up one camera to just sit there, go live and do what you do, people hate on that.
Oh yeah.
Well, so that film goes into because Twitch, he goes live on Twitch. Yeah. So that brings.
I do Twitch right now. I did Facebook when I first started.
Yeah, man. We just the trolls
it's
and
just,
nonstop.
Why are you doing this? Because I can.
You know where I think they originated from? Those fucking Xbox 360 live game rooms for Call of Duty, Black Ops 2 shit.
But that's the truth.
They just inverted to the social media, man.
But it
think
definitely
online
took
gaming
off
in general.
Because of COVID.
You think that's where it changed?
Because they had, but before COVID, you had Vine.
Yeah.
Oh,
before TikTok, you had Vine.
Yeah, that's right.
Do it for the Vine, right? That's what it was.
Let's
do it for the Vine. Yeah.
Vine had people blow up, and some of them disappeared. Then you had people go from Vine to YouTube and collaborate with someone else to take off even farther.
Yeah.
You had Mixer back in the day.
Mixer, I forgot about that too. Holy shit, man.
They ended up transferring over to Twitch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, as long as you keep your momentum I believe you can take off enough.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Because word of mouth through gaming is a lot faster than word of mouth through music.
Yeah, no, it is, man. It is.
Look at
If
Kai
you said-
Cenat. Look at Kai Cenat.
But like,
You see how big Kai? You know who Kai Cenat is?
Is that the
Like,
Kai Cenat?
yeah, with the dreads, big
Oh,
streamer.
my
like
God, man.
that's
I
like the
follow
new thing right
I
now. Like,
follow him like many.
Because of COVID.
did he?
No, Diddy.
They said he looked like Diddy.
Kai
Told me.
Sanat.
Cenat.
It's Sanat. I heard people say Sanat many times.
Because
Cenat, however you want to say it, my boy.
But yeah,
Like,
man, I see what you're saying.
due to COVID, we all inside.
Yeah,
You can't communicate with people face to face, be in public like that. So to get any communication out, you tell them, look, we here, I'll talk to you here.
Yo, you know what
Come
T-Pain
here, I'll
said?
talk to you here.
T-Pain said he made more money off of streaming than he ever did in music.
Oh yeah, man. You know why? Because T-Pain could put out a song, it'll be under T-Pain.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
No,
worry.
not music streaming.
Oh, you mean gaming streaming?
He made more. He's making.
He makes
Oh.
more money on
Yeah, like he's making more money
playing
in game
games,
streaming.
Yeah,
just
man.
having
That's
commentary.
crazy though. Like,
You know why? Because I also feel like you say, you know, it takes off, you know, word of mouth.
It
and
takes
all
up,
that.
but he already had the
Yeah,
followers.
he really had the following, and I feel like for them,
He had
it's
the perfect name
yeah, they feel more
and
more
blew
tuned
up
with
that
him.
way. Post Malone does the same thing.
Yeah,
He literally plays games with these high-end gamers.
like man, dude, if I could do that shit, I would be doing it too. Cause fuck, that's so badass, man.
oh,
This is it. I got a PlayStation.
Yeah, game streaming like
This is
that.
it. I got the PS5. I built my own computer.
Nice.
So it's-
Fuck yeah.
It's a lot of process to go through.
but look at that. Like, even what we talked about, like that's
yeah, I have a friend who does all that shit.
That's on top of that. Like back to what I was saying with the talents and doing multiple things. He's a gamer, but also he has to use a camera. He has to film,
Yeah.
and then on top of that, what was the thing you just said?
Building computers.
And then building computers.
Mhm.
So like all that
The
ties
understanding
into each
The
other.
PC thing is
Yeah.
no joke.
Yeah,
man,
yeah, yeah.
because, You know, first of all, you gotta have good shit. Then you have to have good memory and all that. And then you know, you gotta make sure that fan is cool and all that.
Oh, yeah.
He'll crash out on you, like. But
processors,
it's worth it though.
CPU, GPU, like
Yeah, I have a friend who does that, who's on Twitch and everything, and so that's why I'm not too worried about not being on it, because I mean, you know, me and him are good friends and all that stuff, and I mean, shit, he talked about me and you know that stuff, and I have him on Discord with like a bunch of other gamers and all that, so I'm kind of into it, but you know, whenever I can get the time, you know, I'll you know, I'll game and all that stuff. I just haven't gone down the streaming road yet. I have a Twitch account, I just haven't been active.
I mean, do you do any like streaming as far as like just what music in general, like as far as
you
live and
could
stuff?
really do commentaries.
Oh yeah.
You could listen to people rap
Oh yeah.
in
that's
the
right.
midst of a
Yeah.
live.
Yeah. I've seen
Pause
people
it,
do that.
critique it real fast, continue the next portion, stop it, be like, damn, he did this, and this.
Yeah.
And break it down for the people that don't understand that off
Yeah.
rip.
I had somebody else throw me the idea too that I should break down like me producing or you
yeah.
know, breaking down a song and all that.
Yeah.
So what I've done is I started a series called Get to Know X.
Okay.
And
So
so
like a
I
little
have
video autobiographies.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
vlogs?
It's just me sitting outside enjoying some blunts and drink, and
Is this on your Instagram or?
it's on my YouTube.
YouTube, okay.
YouTube.
Yeah, the XMV Productions channel.
Okay, that's
So-
what you were speaking about earlier. Yep.
Yeah, man, and so I mean, it's just you know, get to know me on a personal level more better. Just something I started doing because, like I said, you know, back then I was shy, I was quiet, I didn't really feel confident enough just to sit down with people and like have a conversation.
Yeah.
I always felt like, damn, I don't know what the fuck am I gonna talk about?
Yeah.
Look,
No, it's funny.
we'll get you into it.
What's good in the hood? Thrill seekers out there. I appreciate y'all tuning in to For the Thrill Podcast, episode 68 with X Knowledge in the building. I hope y'all loving the episode. Now, I mean, stay tuned for more at For the Thrill Podcast on Instagram, For the Thrill TV on YouTube.
But yeah, we gonna get into that one now. Cause getting you set up to just do a little commentary, building a PC is not hard. That'll take you about 4 hours out of your day, and that's about it.
All right, shit.
I'm about to say half of the people be like, "Well, I can't do this, I can't do this." It depends on what you got, what pieces go in it, and how much you want to have.
Yeah.
I say, because your RAM is one thing, your memory for storage is another, the CPU, how fast you can move, GPU,
Yeah.
your graphics, the power supply, how much you gonna put in that bitch,
Yeah.
then your cooling system. So if you say you want to sit down, just have commentaries, have people ask you questions, you sit there answer questions about your life to help with these video autobiographies that you're doing. It's a simple way to start.
Okay.
Because the followers you step up with now follow you to that platform, and it's more word of mouth. Because the faster you move up, the faster the company literally puts you on the main page. Like, yo, he has this.
Oh,
The algorithm.
The
algorithm.
You start the algorithm off rip. Is
See, I
he's doing
didn't
this.
know about that. I didn't know.
He's
about
doing
that.
this.
Yeah, I see.
But
And you know what? Like nowadays, like you could just like blow up from like go viral for something that's not even your talent, and then you turn that into promoting your talent,
Exactly, man.
which is pretty dope. And I love the power of social media. Like
for real. It's the best thing that's come up
yeah,
since CD era.
yeah.
And it's so badass and it's so independently used. I mean, man, dude, like he makes music, we make music, you game and everything. The money that we make off that is our own. You know,
Yeah.
we
I think
pay a little
SoundCloud was a lot
percentage.
better than the CD era.
SoundCloud definitely popped.
But
Yeah.
I think that's a lot better than the CD era, though,
Oh yeah.
compared to the social media.
I think it depends on how like what's your perception of better when it comes down to it. Like, what do you mean? Like when you say it's better?
But like streaming platforms, you got SoundCloud, Spotify.
Yeah.
No, but which, like when you say SoundCloud era is better, what do you mean by that?
Because in SoundCloud, you can have people constantly go back and forth. They count how many times you play it.
Yeah.
When a CD is how many times people buy it.
Okay, I see what you mean.
So
So like with me,
when you
the
know-
reason I like the CD era is because it was so personal and like you're able
But it was
to
your own person.
Yeah.
It's your own.
yeah.
But the fact is, when you have the SoundCloud, Spotify, or whatever, like streaming platform.
But that in general, what you're saying, that's
You see-
way more publicity
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
the SoundCloud
Because you
the
see-
reaches, yeah.
what music you produce that they want to listen to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
What song played the most?
Yeah.
What song didn't play that much?
Not only that, in real time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In real time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's definitely
And you
evolution,
could take-
right?
It's evolution. And you could take that whole aspect of just them and criticize yourself. Critique your own stuff.
Yeah.
And let it be known to them that you see what they saw.
That's exactly a good point to make, man, because I did put out in SoundCloud and everything, especially when it was popping and all that, and I did get a lot of feedback, a lot of criticism,
You know what I'm
good and
saying?
bad and all that, but it did help me shape myself.
Like he said earlier, with somebody just saying it's trash, don't worry about it. But if if someone literally explains to you, yo, your flow switched up here real fast for no reason, because a lot of people will look at this.
and even it makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
like the flow switched up, but it wasn't on beat. Like,
Yeah, it wasn't
like
on
fucking
beat.
switch. Like that's garbage. Like that. I
And he went back
understand
to
you
the
say that's
first flow,
garbage.
like, come on, fix
Yeah.
that part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel what you're
That
saying.
way you can be like, all right, I see what he
Same
said.
thing with like volume control too.
Yeah,
Right, yeah, all that,
So they
yeah, all
have
that
to
makes
switch.
major difference.
should throw the mids up too fast and you already in the middle. It hurts.
Yeah.
Do you remember like a point in your life where someone came at you like, yo, like they wasn't fucking with your shit, and you felt some type of way, or maybe you changed it, or even felt some type of hate, like where.
I mean, I definitely had people try to talk down on me.
Yeah.
And
And how do you handle that?
I basically told them, go talk to all the people that said they fuck with me.
Uh-huh.
Because at the end of the day, fuck my word, go buy theirs.
Yeah.
They're the one jamming my shit.
So did they say that before they heard it, or?
Yeah, most definitely, man.
Yeah.
Like usually when someone tries to talk,
So it was just hate, like just straight hate, yeah.
It's just usually hate, man. Criticism, I definitely take and all that. Like I remember the first time that I came out with something and I felt genuinely good about it, and someone actually commented on it that like, yo, man, your vocals are sounding more clear and everything. This was another artist that was already doing shit.
Yeah.
They were like on that. I don't know if you remember that label, that side label with Tech Nine and all that. They were part of.
Oh,
that.
Tech Nine. Okay, I know what
Yeah.
Tech Nine is.
So
I don't remember the label
say
name
that-
though. What?
Yeah, I can't remember either. But for them to say that, I was just like, you know what, man, that's really cool, man. That's just really cool. But I mean, other than that, like all the shade, it's mainly just been shade. I've had like personal friends tell me like, hey, you know what, your vocals are a little harsh right here and all that stuff. But just things like that.
Mhm.
It really hasn't been like yo, man, you're fucking trash, and I actually got a real reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Nero, take it over, man. Story time.
Shit, story time. Shit, let's go into how as far as you were talking about like how you were doing gaming,
Mhm.
but you never like actually got into Twitch. So I'm on the same boat as you.
Yeah.
I was a gamer back in COVID days actually. Probably a little bit before, but as far as like online gaming, I was like straight up at like 2019. I was just like freaking gaming on GTA and Gears of War. I was playing them games like heavy. GTA especially because after Gears of War started dying out, I went on GTA. I had my own motorcycle club
Yeah.
and everything, man. We go freaking go rob somebody, go fucking murder some shit. You know, we was doing all of that shit,
has
man.
been so amazing since
Yeah,
5
and-
came out.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to
being able
6,
live
like,
actually
Yeah.
That shit's gonna be crazy.
live the Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, type of life.
Oh, you want
background, know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I actually
No,
was
you know
watching
what you said?
I was watching Sons of Anarchy. My parents actually got me into that shit. So then when I got into it, and then like actually someone invited me to go on a motorcycle club, and I was like, they're like, oh, I like the way you shoot. I was like, all right, cool, I'll try it out. So I tried it out. Of course, you start off basics, prospect, and move on. And then I moved on forward. I ended up getting my own chapter. I had my own chapter, and I ended up like starting my own.
How old are you, Nero?
Shit, I was 21.
Nice, man.
I was like 21 at the
That's
time.
what's up, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you know how I like that games are evolving where you can actually make money off a game. There's like kids making money off of Roblox
Bro,
and shit
man.
like that.
When, I remember when Fortnite had a tournament, that was fucking wild.
Right.
Speaking
Oh
of,
yeah.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
Speaking of money and speaking of tournaments, so in Gears of War, we actually had wall bounce tournaments.
Yeah.
We would wall bounce off the walls and fucking with shotguns and shit, and then like whoever's the last one to lose, because it was like a blood drive. It was called blood drive, and it was like one up here and one up here, and they would just fight to death. Everybody wall bounce, like pow, pow, pow. And it's like the person who get the last one gets $50 or $100 or $125. You know, people were actually putting in money
Like
because
personal bets.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, I see. Yeah.
Exactly. And so to make the actual tournament happen, we ended up doing where they had like little fees they'll go ahead and put,
Yeah.
and those fees will go towards the bigger tournament to make that happen, and then everybody will go out with a big payout.
That's official shit starts.
Yeah, no, for real. And we weren't even being like there was no official shit about it. We were just throw money,
Yeah.
and then little side bets turned to bigger bets, and then we ended up putting those certain fees into the actual tournament, and it was fucking awesome. Like me experienced that as a kid, I was like, yo, this shit's fun.
Fuck, man. I
Like,
missed
this
out
shit's
on
fun.
that shit, man. I just played the game just to play, man.
Yeah, and at first that was me. I was only there to just play the game. I was there to only play the game and everything. Oh, forgot, guys. This is my Slack story time.
Story time.
I'm past that. But anyways, so I got into the game just to play it, right?
Yeah.
Gears of War was just a good ass game, you know, playing the story mode and everything like that. But then when I got to that and then ended up finding out people like to bet and stuff like that, shit, I was like, shit, I'm gonna do extra chores around the house. get that money up, right?
You got motivated
Extra
real
chores,
quick.
Yeah, no, for real. And so friggin' I started doing that, and then when I friggin' got my first paycheck, I started getting more into it.
Yeah.
And the thing about it here, and reason why I bring that up too, is because things start off as an investment. Like if you invest in something, it could become bigger.
Oh yeah.
You know, I was investing a lot just in gaming. Later on down the line, I started investing around COVID time. I started investing into online bingo. I was playing on somebody else's group on Facebook, where turnout events, I ended up making my own group. And then, like, people little by little started joining. Next thing you know, I had like 275 members. And I'm over here running games. I was making 200 a day.
Shit.
And on Fridays was Big Game Fridays, so I'd make 500. So that's like 700 a week I was making. Like, just right there is a straight paycheck. And I had a job too, so I was working 2 jobs at that time. And so, but I just kept investing, and I'll even invest more of doing appreciation games where either I give a credit, but I wanted to do more than that. I want to give money prizes out too, you know. And so, yeah, that's my story time regarding that.
Nero, he usually does a segment. He just says he calls it story time, and he just talks about a certain topic or whatever.
Do that, fellas. Y'all do that, man, because you know, I mean, each podcast is gonna have its thing.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, some they're raw talking, just talking straight.
Yeah.
2-3 hours or whatever. I mean, that's cool and everything, but I mean, you definitely keep the energy up when you bring other things, and you know, it uprises other conversations.
No, facts.
We don't even plan to fucking have.
No, hell yeah, like we're talking about fucking gaming and computers and shit. To GTA 5 and shit. But fucking let's take a shot of the stuff you brought to the table here. We was talking about gaming. Ratty, you gotta say what this shot is for, since you was on that gaming shit. This is the gamer right here, the gamer of the podcast.
Big money.
Big money.
Big money.
Oh, I love money.
Yeah. Who knows?
Fuck bitches, get money.
Cheers.
Woo! Yeah, man.
Alright, flares.
Oh, that shit tastes good.
Fucking,
We had two.
That shit tastes like you got Sprite in it
two
already.
flares in the house. You heard that?
ooh.
I want to give a shout out, homie in the background.
Anthony, man, yeah. Dude.
Anthony, he was talking earlier pre-pod. He was talking about how he's going to school for video production, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, usually when I do have people in the background, I like them to be a part of the podcast and maybe even ask the special guest a question. And I like to ask you to ask him randomly for you don't even know beforehand.
Sauce it up.
Sauce it up for the thrill. Let's go.
All right. X. Tell me more about this project you got going on.
Which one?
9 feet.
9 feet.
9 feet.
Man, I'm so glad you asked about that. So I'm fucking excited for 9 feet. It's gonna be the first live band thing that I'm doing.
So the name of the album's gonna be 9 feet?
No, that's the name of the group.
The group,
That's the name of
okay.
the band
Okay.
itself. So it's for everybody watching, it's 9 FEAT.
Oh, interesting.
So, we just came together. We, for the most part, we all met just recently, and we had a couple of practices, and we got down some songs, and we started.
Y'all relatively new band together?
Oh yeah, man. There's Anthony, there's Eli, there's Jordan, and then there's me. So me and Jordan, we go way back.
Mm-hmm.
And so the way this started out was we started talking to a friend that we worked with a couple years back named Richard.
Mm-hmm.
He introduced us to Anthony.
Okay.
And we met up. And
is this Anthony you've been talking about?
Yeah,
sir.
I was about to ask the same question.
like, hold on, let's put 2 and 2 together. It equals 4, right?
Okay,
So you're a part of the band, Anthony.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
He is the guitarist. He's a fucking talented individual, a smart individual,
Appreciate
and
you, sir.
someone that we rock with. And since day one, I've been able to fuck with, and just nothing but good vibes and all that. And like I was saying earlier, the one thing about forming a band is, being aligned together. Yeah, the cohesions and everything, getting that cadence down and all that. And so when we jammed, me and Jordan both were like, dude, man, we really fucking with these guys, man.
Oh, I see what you did there, Anthony. I see what you did. One of the 9 feet. He said, let me plug in some more marketing for our band. Well, you know what? That's good. So Anthony's here. I was going to ask you this. I didn't know he was part of the band. Who's your favorite person in the band?
Dude, man, you know what?
One there.
Welcome. Me.
He said, fuck him. And this is how it starts. The band controversy.
This is how I don't pick favorites.
This is how it begins. No. That's dope that y'all got the band going on 9 feet, and it's good to know now. Like, put a face to what he's saying, because now I'm like, wait a minute, Anthony. He said his name is Anthony. Okay, it has to be 2 + 2 = 4.
Just throw it out there, man.
That was a rush hour moment right there. So, like, they kept telling him his name. No, they kept telling him his name. It was like, I'm me and he's you. They kept telling him the whole time, and he wasn't getting that at all right now.
But yeah, so it's like
Anthony situation.
he's talking about Anthony, and I'm like, behind the scenes, what's your name? Anthony. Ding 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 ding.
He's like, I'm gonna let it proceed. He starts letting it go on, let it prolong, and the next thing you know, boom. It's like, oh, him.
I think we all met at a really good time, and we're all just like, no more holding back.
Yeah.
How long y'all known each other now?
Like
Yeah,
2
but-
months.
2 months.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Oh, y'all relatively
I
know.
was telling you, we like,
Yeah.
like X said, we met and it was like, let's go.
Oh, that was the instant brotherhood right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's
That
up.
was
That's
the
what's
instant
up.
brotherhood right there.
And see, the thing about me is that, like, bro, I'm willing to work. I'm willing
Yeah.
to come and put shit down and everything. Like I said about 2-3 years ago, like I just decided like I'm gonna do this for real. So yeah, man. Like I've always told people, I'm like, I feel like I'm at a point where you throw me in the studio, you know, let's do something. We either make a beat, you have a beat, we gonna lay some shit down, we'll lay some shit down and everything. And so coming into this, I was like, damn, bro, this is badass. Like this is actually.
So, what's your favorite part about this situation when it comes down to 9 feet? What's your favorite thing about this?
That I'm excited to put it out there and
Oh, yeah.
perform. Like honestly, man, like I said, I started as a rocker.
Yeah.
You know,
So does it bring back like that same inspiration from when you like was
Yeah.
talking about in the past,
Yeah,
where you was
dude, like,
into rocking?
I practiced the fuck out of it, and I mean,
Yeah, you should practice the fuck out of it.
yeah, dude.
Yeah,
like,
hell yeah.
My parents, God bless them, man. They probably were annoyed the fuck out of me, you know.
Yeah. You used to make
Because, I
noise
mean,
on them drums,
yeah, I
huh?
had the drum set in my room.
And you know what happened? Your grandpa was like,
My grandpa was so proud
I'm
of me.
getting you them
probably,
drums.
Yeah. He was so fucking proud of me because he got me my first one.
Yeah.
And then maybe about later on in the next year, I performed with him. My uncle.
Oh, you perform together? Oh, that's
yeah,
dope.
my
That's dope.
uncle,
That's dope.
Owned a restaurant called Taco Haven,
Okay.
and I think it's near the Edison area.
Okay.
And so they had this
Texas?
portrait. I'm sorry.
Texas.
San Antonio, right?
No, San Antonio, Edison High School.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I didn't even know there was a place called Edison. Shit.
I think there is, if I'm not mistaken.
But yeah, man, they just did a portrait of him, and then they had him playing live, and he randomly just brought me on stage.
That's dope. That's
Yeah,
dope.
so like
That's how much faith he had in you.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
after
that's
that, like he saw that I was able to keep time. Like I don't play Spanish music.
Mhm.
Like it's crazy, man. My family's heavily into all that shit, but like I'm not into it like that.
Mhm.
So I just freestyled it.
Yeah.
You know, and I kept time with him and his band.
Oh shit, freestyle, hell yeah.
Yeah, this was in front of the whole restaurant and everything. It was a packed house.
So you freestyle what exactly?
Playing the drums.
You just was just like boom.
Yeah, like I knew like the general.
But it was
tempo,
like still it's something like on some
that-
spec. I got you.
So I knew it just to keep that shit and just to pay attention to, you know, my grandpa or the guitarist and all that. Cause
That's what's up, just to have that memory of y'all, right? I know that's something you
Yeah,
cherish.
dude, it was so badass. After that, he saw the progression. Then he got me this nice pearl red diamond looking drum set.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was
That's what's
fucking awesome. I still have it to this day, man.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah,
That's dope.
like I told myself, I was like, I'm gonna have a little museum area wherever I get like my house and all that. I'm gonna have it there.
And add it on there. That'd be dope.
Yeah.
That'd be dope. Speaking of freestyle, do you freestyle when it comes to rap?
Oh yeah, man, dude. Man, I used to walk around high school and people think I'm like fucking demonic talking to myself because I had the headphones in. I'm like,
I know that shit.
Let's hear something right now for the Crow exclusive. Let's get it right now off the
You
top.
want to hear some fast shit or what? Man?
It's like, whatever you want to do, whatever comes to mind.
Having the pump and waiting for something to spend it, nothing, the 24/7, 11, I do it with the fuck, I'll be sending your ass to heaven again. They would be doing with the hell. Oh shit. But yeah, man, like that's my little.
That's your type of
man.
flow, or is
Yeah.
that like something you always
Yeah, man.
it's like?
always
Remind me of
practice
some
that
Bone
shit.
Thugs and Harmony type.
Yeah, man,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah,
Heavy.
yeah.
I mean,
Have they inspired you?
Yeah, you want to talk about influences?
Yeah, definitely.
Man,
Let's talk about that.
Bone is definitely a big ass influence. Now, the way they became.
I mean, just
influence-
you rapping like
I
I'm like,
can tell, yeah.
I'm like, it had to be like it had to.
Yeah, man.
If you just said you didn't know who Bones was,
You're like, really?
that wouldn't even make sense.
Well, your sound.
Right? They're like my practice zone, really, because I feel like, man, if you could rap like Bone, you can pretty much rap like anybody. You know, so like they're always been my practice zone. But my introduction to like hip hop growing up, I didn't even listen to them first. I listened to everybody else first.
I was wrong, you was right. Been a dangerous ride, but rhyming like Knievel. Bonnie Clyde need you like a truck, need diesel. Ever since you been gone, I've been feeling emo, emotionally scarred, but kept it on the D-low. Feeling like a fraud to my homie, I am free.
Matter of fact, it was a top 5 favorite.
I heard Ice Cube, I heard
Ice Cube.
Eminem, I heard Dr. Dre.
And these are favorites.
These are people I liked
Okay.
before I even like heard of Bone.
Okay, got you.
So these were like would be my top 5 back then and everything. DMX, fucking,
DMX.
even Lil Jon, you know, I throw Lil Jon up there and everything like that. Those are the people that I was hearing first. And then I was with a family member. They had just got this DVD of Eazy-E.
Okay.
And they showed like a lot of different videos, little side videos and all that. Then they got to a portion of like his last shit.
Okay.
So For the Love of the Money music video was in there. Yeah, man. And that was my first introduction to Bone Thugs, and what really connected me with them is that I saw the scenes of them being in the hood. And bless you. And I just saw the whole video and it resonated with me. I'm like, dude, I'm growing up in the motherfucking ghetto. What the fuck? I was like, they shit look like my shit at home, man. But their whole flow, their style, you know, it just filled me, man. It touched my heart, and I was like, bro, this is really badass, man. Like, I fucking love this shit. Bless you.
Thank you.
Times three.
Right.
This guy's playing.
Oh, you're lucky tonight.
This guy's being a gamer already. Times 3.
But they're definitely heavy influence, man.
Oh yeah. So who be your top 5 right now? Like right now, as of
man,
today.
And it's hard.
It could be dead or alive.
It's hard to say, man. But I mean, so was this group or solo?
It could be either one.
Either or.
I say you give a solo 5 and then group 5.
Shit, I don't even think I got a group of 5.
Top 3 for group then.
All right, the top 3 for group would be Bone, 3 6 Mafia, and A Tribe Called Quest. Yeah, man, that was a fucking dope ass motherfuckers. Solo wise, I would say definitely Eminem. And you know what's funny is I didn't even like him a lot back then. I just recently grew to appreciate him. Yeah.
Was it like that, like evolution of Eminem? Like
it really was, man. It was really also a lot, you know, biased too back then and all that shit. But him, definitely Ice Cube, man. Kendrick Lamar, he's up there too. J. Cole.
So you don't like Drake?
Drake, man, look, put it like this, man.
Put the X in front.
Fuck the beef. Fuck the beef. I never liked Drake since day one. I'm like,
since what? Day one of Degrassi or no?
Dude, I didn't even know him at that time. I just didn't like him since day one.
Yeah, no, I didn't know until afterwards either. Yeah.
I'm with DMX. He's like, I don't like the way he walk. I don't like the way he talk.
Oh yeah, no, DMX. Yo, he came at him hard in that interview.
Bro,
what was it, the Breakfast Club interview?
Yeah, man. It's just, I feel like he just, you know, he brought that fuckboy era. Like he amplified it. Man.
Oh yeah.
A lot of dudes went behind that, and now you got a lot of hot bitches that, you know, can't find a good man and everything because they cry more than them. Like it's fucking.
Do you
wild,
think that Drake brought out like the sensitive era? Like,
I think he did, but he also brought out like
I don't know about that one.
You don't think so?
I think he brought out.
I really feel like after Drake came out, it got like hip hop got a lot more sensitive. Like a lot more people started singing.
Hip hop.
Yeah. Like
okay,
I feel like I feel like it just after the Drake era. I mean, and I don't even think that was a bad thing. Honestly, I feel like a lot of I feel like good music came out, but it was a lot. Like I don't know. I feel like some things were too sensitive. Like and hip hop.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like it was like because I feel like before Drake, hip hop was raw, right? And then Drake came and brought like I don't know. It's like all I can say is sensitive. Like
yeah, because it was clubby going towards the poppy side.
Like 50 Cent. He's not sensitive, but he had rap music, but he also, believe it or not, 50 Cent was like a singing type. But if you
man,
like he had a lot of
candy shop.
Yeah, he was like he actually really, if you think about it, he kind of like started that little trend. Like, but he was like he did it in a way that it was like gangster, like whatever he did, like his singing was like nobody would question his sensitivity. Like I'm 50 Cent. But when Drake came out, I felt like it was like it's just like a whole different type of.
There was a lot of that.
Like it was more like emotion, like mental health. Talk about it, you know what I'm saying? Like
man,
in the song, like
started questioning themselves. And
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of stuck on that one.
If you think about it, isn't that true? Like think about the era that Drake came out.
Because now I'm thinking as far as sensitive era, I'm thinking of Tentacion, I'm thinking of Rod Wave. Because they all come with.
And I'm not gonna lie, like a lot of great music came out of it, but it is sensitive. Like I don't know what else to say about it.
Can you rock some of his stuff?
Yeah.
God rest his soul.
Who?
Pin Me Rock.
Pin Me Rock?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I feel like it's more of a subgenre.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
But when he came out and the person that was bringing him out, it definitely rubs the hip hop culture because it was Lil Wayne that brought him out.
And Lil Wayne is my top 5.
Yeah.
See, Lil Wayne was a singer too, though.
Yeah, this is what I was gonna say is that Drake really just when he came out, he just copied Lil Wayne, and that's how Drake became popular. His whole first shit, I just feel like, dude, I could hear Lil Wayne.
Yo, you know what's crazy? When Drake first came out, I kind of like couldn't. He even sounded like Lil Wayne.
That's
like his voice was literally like Lil Wayne. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? Like when I first heard it,
this is why.
Isn't that true? Like when he first came out.
This is why I don't like count him as hip hop because he didn't come out on his own doing his own thing.
Why you didn't like who?
Drake.
Oh, you mean? Oh, you said counted him as hip hop.
Yeah. Like because, like I said, his whole first thing, he sounded like Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Before I even knew the whole little background story between them two.
Yeah.
I just felt like that. I'm like, he just sounded like Lil Wayne, bro. Yeah. Like I feel like Lil Wayne's bad at this, but now I know the whole background story behind it. I'm like, dude, man, Drake. I feel like he has a lot of problems with a lot of people because he kind of takes something from them, and I feel like all of that shit.
Who was it? They said that he took like they said he took Big Sean cadence.
Yeah.
Before they said.
Yeah, and not only that, he's taking a lot of people's cadence. Not even, like people pay tribute, and they throw it out there just to let you know, like, yeah, man, I fuck with them. But this nigga took like a whole fucking like half a bar of somebody else's song.
He took
like a whole like, dude, bro, like, all right, we get it.
In the middle of his song.
But I mean, as an artist, cool. He's successful and everything.
Yeah,
he's good and everything, and of course. When you dabble into pop, it's not really more about the authentic side of you being an artist. Yeah. It's more of like what can you produce.
Yeah, when you're in the pop realm, like ghostwriting is like that's second nature to that realm. When it comes to hip hop, it wasn't really that type of like vibe. Like ghostwriters for hip hop and rap, and like even like me, like I was like no, like fuck ghostwriting, like but. When it steps into pop R&B, like that's second nature.
Yeah, and it makes sense why it's in there, But don't try to tell me that someone like that is a hip hop artist. Mm-hmm. The first thing I said about when I heard that beef, I was like, "What are you gonna do? Sing the fucking diss?"
No. So, but the crazy thing is, he fucking murdered Meek Mill, like and he said it. He's like, and you know what? And at the time, Meek Mill was big, so. And what he said, you got buried by a singer, some shit in his song. What he say in that song? That you got bodied by a singer. What he told Meek Mills and back to back, right? Yeah, and back to back. Like I feel like he killed Meek Mills in that. But when he came to but Meek Mills, I never seen Meek Mills as a bars.
I was gonna say that
type of guy.
I feel like Meek Mills is
but he was definitely a better rapper first.
Yeah. No, yeah. So like,
but.
I thought Meek Mill would have won that battle, but
he
got beat by Drake. Like he got bodied by Drake. But when it came to Kendrick's different. Kendrick is a bars guy.
The only thing with Meek Mill is that he didn't have enough people on the side.
You think that's what it was?
Yeah.
And even his own team, he had the people. He had MGM. No, MGM is his people, but they didn't back him up. And
that's what I'm saying, man. The support.
Like he had the people, but they didn't back him up.
Yeah,
because I know if it was back in the day, Reed Dollars would have killed him.
Oh, Reed Dollars. Oh. Talking about any rap beef. You ever had any rap beef?
Yo, man, this is X-Knowledge, man. I appreciate everybody tuning in. I hope y'all enjoying this podcast this evening. It's fucking lit. You can catch me on XMV Tours on Instagram and Facebook. And on all platforms, you can catch me as X-Knowledge. I got Love Through the Pain album. And I got my Chapter 2 album out. Go ahead and check those things out. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. All right, man. So you had asked me if I ever been part of any rap beefs, and personally, no. People would just talk shit. But there was one time I was trying to get like a little rap battle going on, and I had a friend that knew I made music. She was like this rap battle guy. He wants to rap battle somebody. And
elaborate. You just said rap battle. Elaborate on that. What do you mean by actual rap battle?
So he wanted to go bar for bar. no beat, whatever, and all that. He just wanted to go bar for bar. I guess that would be like, your typical rap battle.
Right, old school rap battle.
Yeah. It was just.
I only asked that because I noticed.
One more with us,
being
man.
here.
One more for the thrill,
as
man.
long as I've been here for in San Antonio, I've seen a lot of rap battles I've came to, and it's always music versus music.
Yeah.
So that's why I asked that. But go ahead.
I mean, like, you can always do that too and everything.
Sure.
I guess
Yes,
it
sir.
just depends, like if I was going up against somebody that was in another state, okay, we could put music production basically. That's what it would be. But yeah, he wanted to do this, just a normal rap battle. He was some guy in San Antonio and all that, and I was like, okay, here's some of my things so we can hear, a little bit about me and all that stuff. And then he turned it down.
Why he turned it down?
He said that I was too big, man. I was like, come on, man.
Is he somebody big or?
No, he wasn't, man. Like I mean, I'm always.
So you just doing it like for fun, like
So
something?
yeah. Like man, dude. Sometimes you be the foot in for some people and all that stuff, and I've done that for like many.
Was it gonna be like on a show base, like somewhere like public?
Yeah, man. I wanted to promote it, and all
Oh,
that
yeah,
stuff.
I
I
bet.
had just made a post about it and everything. I was like, fuck yeah, I got this going on. So it was gonna be something that I was gonna promote, but then he backed out and everything. I was like, damn, come on, bro.
Damn.
But yeah, man. As far as like beefs, though, man. I mean, I haven't really hit that level, I guess, of appearance. I'm pretty sure that everybody has haters. There's always gonna be somebody that's gonna try to make you be at their level. So I mean, I'm pretty sure the more I get out there and all that, the more people hear me, the more probably, are going to be like, trying to fuck with me and all that.
Inevitable, right?
Yeah. I mean, my whole like, another thing to know about me, man, I don't know if y'all familiar with this term, but y'all know what a juggalo is?
Mel Gigolo?
No, juggalo. Not gigolo.
Like, my other profession, my other hobby, guys, is Gigolo.
Yeah.
Ladies out there.
Hey, he gets up in the diaper too, man, like in them fucking movies and shit. Nah.
You get a discount on it.
Nah,
I don't know what's a Juggalo.
Y'all familiar with the term juggalos? Oh man, dude. So
Anthony, are you familiar with the term
Yes,
Juggalo?
sir. Hit him with it. It's ICP.
Oh shit. So
Yeah.
yes, to generally understand, juggalos are fans of ICP, Insane Clown Posse. I know
Oh, Insane Clown Posse. Okay, I know who that is.
So, but
Okay, so what is that? Their like their fans' name, Juggalos?
So basically, it's the culture. So ICP came out,
interesting.
and on their way up, they had just made a song called Juggler.
Okay.
And the fans themselves took it amongst themselves to name themselves Juggalos, and they
Interesting.
curated this whole culture and everything. There's Juggalos out there that don't even fuck with ICP, but they're fucking hardcore Juggalos. But that's how much
The
of
culture.
a culture thing is.
That's
it's
crazy.
so outside
You
of
put us on
ICP.
something tonight because, damn, I know that. I know
Yeah,
that.
man, but it's a tough culture, man. Like, the more I get known in there.
So you're a Juggalo.
Yeah, I am.
So
man.
define a Juggalo.
Define a Juggalo to the best way to explain is a free thinking individual.
Interesting.
And it's all about acceptance for who you are. It started as a bunch of outcasts that came together that found home with ICP. ICP was putting out music at the same time.
So the
And
song is called Juggalo as well.
The song is called Juggalo with an A at the end of it.
Okay, and in the song they talk about what the culture is about of what Juggalo.
Actually, no.
Oh no.
No.
And so what? Wait, what turned it into that? That's
What
That's the
turned it
crazy part.
It was
into
the
it
name
was
of the song. So you said Juggler? And
Juggler,
you said
yeah.
that the fans decided to name themselves Juggalos.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so basically what made it the culture was the vibe ICP was putting out.
Okay.
ICP was coming out, and it came out in the late 80s, early 90s, and rock wasn't fucking with them. Hip-hop wasn't fucking with them. Any other genre wasn't fucking with them and all that. They learned that they had to market themselves. And so on their way up and all that, they started attracting certain fans that deemed themselves as like outcasts and all that. They didn't feel also accepted by social groups and all that. And so ICP brought that vibe and that feel, and they call it wicked shit. And that's what the genre is called. And basically what wicked shit is that it could be something either on the bad side. It could be something really on the good side. It's depending on what you want to do with it. And, when you come down to the culture part, free thinking individuals means that, Juggalo can be pretty much anybody, anything, as long as you feel that that's what you are inside of your heart. And if you can come and be humble and be respectful with that, then fuck yeah, we're family.
Interesting.
And so, but it's a harsh culture and everything, because just like with family members, you're not all good with them all the time.
Right.
You're not all chill with them and everything. Sometimes you bump head with your siblings. Sometimes you bump head with your parents and all that stuff. So it could be a harsh culture, man. There's like, you can have 20% love you. You can have fucking 50% fucking dogging on you until you prove. So they feel like, okay, he's proved enough, that he's down with us and shit. So
word of the day, Juggalo.
Juggalo, that's the word of the day.
For the thrill, exclusive. We were talking about top fives earlier. Who's your top 5 local artists in San Antonio?
Oh man, I really have to get more in tune with the local, man. I mean, first of all, Strong, man.
Okay.
Strong, High Strong is
Shout out to
definitely,
Strong.
man. Shout outs to him. Him and Neil Alex, man, they definitely have been fucking with me. I just met him like last year. It's crazy, man. The progression and everything like that, and
Based off the connections and
yeah, man. And I just had one meeting with him and Alex, and
you told me about that the last podcast.
yeah, man, it was man. And then next thing you know, I'm supporting them. We're talking about features in 2026, and I'm just like, man, that Pop My Shit video that y'all went to, I was supposed to be there too. I just felt like shit that morning, and I was like, fuck, dude, I can't go. But I mean, my homies, man, I'm gonna shout out my homies and everything, because the people I fuck with, they're also local artists, and I always tell them too, I'm like, dude, we're the new wave of the underground artists. That's what we are. We're not chasing fame and all that stuff. We're not, especially them, they're really content with just being great artists and all that stuff, and they know where they're at and they understand where they're at with it. But Sick Fuck Society, that's one of the brands for my homie. Albertor Films, the one I was telling you about. Okay. And then Smokehouse Productions. Okay. And so the artists that behind that is Zombie, William Baker, and Holy Smokes.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to them and all that. And also shout out to my other homies from out of the city, Strange JRB, Reality Check Music, man. Shout them out too. They're from Ohio and Florida.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So those are going to be my top 5 local, man.
That's what's up.
But it's going to change every year, so you better fight to stay on that shit.
Yeah. No, it's funny, though. Sometimes I bring it up, and some people get a little cringe about it. But I feel like your opinion is your opinion. Yeah, I know a lot of people get a little controversy because of this, like, when you say something, people get offended and stuff like that. But I'm like, yo, at the end of the day, it's your opinion. I state my opinion no matter what, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, because that opinion, like you said, could change. It can change depending on who you know, who you fuck with, or who you feel is like really good. Like, and if people are not on that list, either you don't know that person, or you're not showing enough talent to make that person put you on a list. Yeah. But let's take this shot right now.
Oh fuck! I forgot we had it, man.
Yeah, that's what happens, man. For the Thrill, episode 68. Roddy, pick up your shot, man. Stop playing with us.
Why did you pour him one?
Cause him over there tripping over there.
I feel like we were in Alice in Wonderland.
It says, "Hey, cheers to episode 68. Dope 68. Episode. Special guest acknowledged.
Hell yeah, whoop.
And Anthony.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah,
Anthony behind the scenes, a part of 9 Feet.
Hell yeah, 9 feet, man.
Hey, actually, I want Anthony to throw another question. Not about the band. It got to be something totally different. A random question.
Okay. Let me see.
Something you already know about him.
What was the moment that you knew that? Let me see. Music was gonna be your thing.
What was the moment?
Hold on, let me
that's a good one.
That's a good question.
You think so?
Good question.
Yeah. No, I think you could. I meant to hit it like more like what's your memory Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, the exact moment.
You can clarify. Yeah.
Okay, you want the exact moment, man? I was in that film class, and I had just made my first beat,
Mm.
and I was listening to it, and I had showed this girl, and I was like, you know,
It always starts with a girl.
man. Yeah, bro. You know,
It always starts with a girl.
That's what it is, man. That's what they say, Mother Nature, right?
Mother Nature. Start with,
It all starts with women.
started with Eve.
Yeah, women, so lovely.
Start reminiscing and shit. Like,
but
damn.
but yeah,
I'm
man.
looking at this.
Can't live with him, can't live without him.
She was like, "Yo, man, that sounds really good," and I was just thinking about it, and I was like, "Man, I was in lunch. It was like Indian. I was
you
in the
really like
cafeteria.
it?
We were just right there jamming. It was like that little pause moment
Yeah.
where, like, you know, you're stuck in time, but everybody's just like roaming around you and shit.
Got butterflies and shit.
In a way, you know, it tickled my pickle a little bit. But
Tickle my pickle.
after she left, I was there and I was just thinking, you know, walking to my next class, and I was like, man, dude, you know what? Fuck this. Like, I'm really gonna, you know, actually make an album, think of a name, and I'm gonna be about this shit.
Mm.
It was that day. Like, I wish I could remember the fucking day, man, but I can't remember the day. It was so long ago.
As long as you remember the memory, right?
Yeah, like I knew where I was at.
What's her name?
Destiny.
oh shit.
He said it. He said the name. It's crazy. Man.
Time, man. Time. Man. It's crazy, right?
But that's not. That's
He's
that's
still thinking about you.
Go ahead, are you taking right now?
Am I taking?
Yeah.
I'm always taking, man. I'm taken by God.
I like. That's a good answer. That's a good answer on the podcast. That's a good answer. I like that. I just wasn't sure if Destiny was in your life now, and you were just like throwing hints or something like that.
Man.
Oh, she is in your life.
Yeah, man.
Interesting. Okay. Well, that's good to know. On to the next subject. Anyway, for the thrill exclusive. When it comes down to hip hop, when it comes down to rock, when it comes down to this music shit, what in it like inspires you the most? That gives you that that feeling of like awe, like all right, why I love this shit, why I do it. What does that main thing?
Man, that's a really good question. And I think all artists kind of come down to this when they are when they're creating, because that's when it comes about. Is when you're creating. You can always cover stuff and, you know, play it and it feels good, but when you come up with something that you came up with and you hear it, you construct it, conduct it, and produce it and mix it and all that.
Oh, that's
and
a great
you hear
answer.
it at the end of it,
That's a great answer.
and you're like, damn, bro, you know, the way I feel about it is like, this is what God must have felt creating everything.
Oh, yeah, that's
You know, like, that's what I equate it to.
Anthony. He getting deep, huh?
I'm feeling it.
Yeah, it's like,
I've been a
what
part of it,
else,
you know?
man?
Because you're part of the creation process.
Yeah, no, I
Non
feel it
feed.
'cause I see it. And
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So talking about creating, let's talk about Golddust.
Oh, yeah, man, fucking EP.
I think that's a good
Golddust,
segue,
man.
right?
Fuck yeah, dude. So Golddust, man, is an EP that I've been working on, and it's something that I've been slowly cooking up since last year.
Okay.
I didn't really have a direction on where to go with it until actually this year,
Okay.
and it's a play on Golddust. Are you familiar with WWE and all that stuff?
I'm a big fan of WWE.
Okay, man. So you know fucking Golddust.
Yeah, I know
I'm gonna have
who
I
some
had a feeling
clips.
this was gonna intake to that, but go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna have there's some little skits in there that you'll hear from the crazy shit that you've said and done, man. It's definitely funny and hilarious, and the songs are, you know,
Like right now, his brother,
man.
what's his brother? His brother's the
Rhodes.
champ, Cody
Yeah,
Rhodes. You
man.
still watch wrestling?
I keep up.
Yeah.
I don't watch like the way I used to.
Honestly,
but
I just
keep
got
up,
back
man.
into it like within the past year.
Honestly, that's where it's kind of good.
Yeah, and that's crazy because that's what everybody's telling me. Like, damn, you came back when it started to get good, when The Rock came back and started doing some
man.
crazy shit.
They finally got out of it. Yeah, man, that's a whole other
Yeah,
conversation.
let's get back to Golddust.
But no, man, the song.
This is an EP.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
an EP.
How many songs?
It's gonna be 9 songs,
9 songs. Okay.
and they're all very vibey.
How many minutes is per song? Because typically, by like Apple standards and Spotify standards, after 6 songs, it turns into a album.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Well, this is a
So it might be an album.
Well, this is going to be a free project that
Oh,
I
okay.
put out there.
Oh, okay,
It's,
okay.
It's not something going to be officially put out
Okay,
on all
okay.
platforms. But yeah, man, each of them are like maybe like 2 minutes. You know, they're not that.
Oh, okay. So it's 2 minutes per song. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much.
Yeah. And typically a EP will be under 30 minutes or under. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just something to showcase, you know, what I've been doing, and I just been working since last year on this, and also on the main album that's coming out afterwards. So,
okay, before we get to the main album,
yeah.
So the EP, Golddust. Give us like some little bit of details as far as like inspiration into the project, why you named it Golddust.
Okay, so why I decided to take this route?
Okay.
Because this is a crazy route.
Just thinking of Golddust as a person, I'm like, what is this project about? Like,
What surrounded it is that I made this. Oh, I didn't make it, but like I put together this little vibey ass song. And
is the song called Golddust?
no, it's actually no, it's not. Maybe it will be now, man. Maybe it's the last song on the album and stuff, and it's just a very vibey stuff.
What's it about?
It's just about chilling.
What, chilling?
Yeah,
Okay.
I have a music video
Like smoking,
idea
chilling,
for,
or
yeah.
like,
So my music video idea for is I want everybody that I fuck with in their own little environment, just jamming. Like if they're sitting down, you know, just jamming and stuff like that. And then
it's gonna be different scenes, or it's gonna be
yeah. I want
like in different places.
scenes, yeah, because a lot of people that I work with, they work from home and all that.
Okay.
And they have their own, like, you know, stuff like this and all
All right.
that.
Make sure you catch us on the podcast on that one of those scenes.
Honestly, bro, for real, bro. I mean, hey, man, I'm here to network,
Yeah,
collaborate, and, you know, from here on out, bro, like, I'm going to keep fucking with y'all and everything.
Likewise, man. Likewise.
Hell yeah, dude. Everybody I meet and everything, I'm like, bro, I'm not just meeting up for the one time, man.
Yeah.
Definitely will lock in and do some shit. But, yeah, man, this project is very uplifting. That's what it is.
And this is the last song on the project. Is this your favorite song out of that EP?
I think it might be, man. It's just very chill, man.
Proud of
It's called type shit.
You got a bar out of there you give us? One of your favorite lines out of there?
I don't want to spoil it.
You don't want to spoil it? Okay.
I don't want to spoil it, man.
Okay. So when you say chill, is it like about like just mainly about like smoking and chilling, or is it like what type of chilling? Driving in the car, vibing, like what type
that
of
music chilling?
Just okay.
That
Okay,
music
just like
chilling.
when you're
So you don't have to
alone.
be smoking and all that. You don't have to be drinking,
Okay.
but when you just vibe with a song, and you just
Is it on some dolo chilling, or is it with somebody chilling?
It can be either one. It's
But this is looking like your favorite song on the project.
yeah, and it's probably the most simplest. It's
Okay.
the most simplest song out of the whole fucking project, man.
What the WWE character made you like bring this project about?
So, I think it's like mainly two things, man. Golddust has always been like on the borderline of, man, is he gay? Is he not? Is he gay? He's definitely fucking bizarre and weird. And
He went through a phase where he like went through different. I don't know if you remember that.
yeah,
Was it different people like back to back episodes where he was like even played his dad. He played
Elvis.
He played that. Yeah. Okay, yeah. You remember? Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah.
So like there was that, and then like my uncle, man. I remember one time we were at like some wedding and we're at the hall and all that. Some song comes on, and he was I can get a little gay, and I just put two and two together. I'm like, dude, this whole fucking album is just so uplifting, and it makes me almost like kind of share that similar vibe that Golddust is on. I'm like, this is probably the type of shit that Golddust, you know, would mentally be on to be himself and all that.
Interesting.
And I'm putting a whole hip hop knowledge twist to it.
No songs released yet, right? Or is
No
there
songs released
off
yet.
this project?
Yeah, no songs released.
Okay. What's the expected drop date?
Oh man, probably
Or month?
I would say probably sometime at the end of this month.
Okay. Is every song complete, or you're still in the process?
I'm still in the process. I'm waiting for one
How many-
verse, and I'm just gonna do little minor
Adjustments?
changes. Yeah, adjustments.
And is this project mix and master by you, engineered by you?
Oh yeah, it is engineered. by me.
Okay. Is everything done from home base?
For the most part. So aside from other people's verses, some of them are sent in. Some of them I travel to go record them.
You heard of Stardust?
Oh man, don't even get me started on that shit.
He wasn't he like the generic? Wasn't he the generic version of Golddust?
That's Cody Rhodes.
Bro.
What?
Stardust is Cody Rhodes.
That was one of the
shit.
times that made me feel disappointed to even look at.
You didn't know Stardust was Cody Rhodes?
I didn't. When I saw Stardust,
That's our WWE champion right now.
That's how bad he was.
Back then, when I saw Stardust, he disgusted me. It kind of reminded me of me watching the episode of SpongeBob with fucking Doodle Bob.
That's crazy, bro. You didn't know
that shit.
Yeah. No, I definitely feel you on that. I felt the same way. I was like, bro, come on, man. You can't
Who knows?
do anything
Hey,
else with him.
that might be another song. Maybe even.
I feel like Stardust would come up as be the next fucked up drug out there in America.
Right, Stardust. But his story is pretty dope though. Like he was the shitty ass wrestler, Stardust.
I like him now.
No, that's what I'm saying. So his story, like his origin story, he was the shitty ass wrestler. He left the WWE because he couldn't get the right, like they didn't give him the right gig, or even it was himself holding himself back. Whoever it was. He went to join AEW, which was another wrestling corporation. He helped start it up, became one of the biggest wrestlers of that corporation. Once he was one of the biggest wrestlers of that corporation, he went back to WWE, and now he's the WWE champion.
That's crazy.
You went back to.
Sometimes it takes for you to leave where you are stuck at. Leave where you're stuck at. Go to a whole new thing.
And he came in at the perfect time.
Right.
He definitely did, man. And he's doing his thing.
Yeah. Now he's the WWE champion. I mean, beat Roman Reigns. I mean, obviously everything, is WWE scripted, but like it takes more than that. I always say that, like, because a lot of people say, "Oh, wrestling is just."
Nah, dog. They raw dog a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, but a lot of people say, "Oh, it's scripted. Why do you watch it?" Every show on TV is scripted. Every single show on TV is scripted. And you know why these guys are better? Because they could stand in front of a live audience. One take.
Yeah.
Everything on TV, it takes multiple takes. You got cut the cameras off, start again. WWE characters have to be on live TV in front of a live fucking audience and say what they say and get it right one time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And on top of getting that right on time, you gotta wrestle. You gotta wrestle and make sure you don't fucking blotch and fuck up your fuck, because everything they're doing, some people, they do it on the fly. They're telling each other they're doing a move. Do this next. Do this next.
I was just about to say that.
Do this next.
Yeah.
And they're doing it like live. Like, I don't think people see how great that is.
They don't practice the match on how it's gonna go.
Yeah.
They just practice their moves separately.
But isn't that amazing? Like, most actors can't do that. Like these are like these. That's why I think that's why I think The Rock is really good in acting, because of WWE.
Yeah.
Like, because
where
else will you master the skills of doing what they do on the fly? Like, if you fuck up, that audience is gonna roast your ass.
Yeah.
Like, and they're gonna know that you fucked up.
Okay, Def Jam.
Def Jam, yeah. Hell yeah.
Bernie Mac, I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
Right.
Yo, I appreciate y'all tuning in for the Thrills podcast, man. Again, we got X Knowledge in the building. Appreciate you coming out, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. Much love.
There was this thing where The Rock and John Cena, they were actually really beefing behind the scenes. John Cena was mad at The Rock because he went to Hollywood. And now John Cena obviously is doing the same thing that The Rock did. Like, the same exact thing. So, like, now John Cena and The Rock are cool as shit.
They all try to ban up on The Rock.
Yeah. Because they were here, but now he's like, he's back. He's a part of the team again. Like, it's crazy.
So that transitioning, that and the kayfabe transition were two things in the wrestling.
The kayfabe, yeah.
Because wrestling wanted to keep all aspects of it to itself and all that, and if
they wanted everything to be
like commercials
real, and even when you're
through WWE,
social media, all that.
But when Rock transitioned to himself going out there, now he's using his publicity from WWE and all that. So they didn't like that.
Yeah.
So they tried to dog on him for that shit and all that. But that's the thing about WWE, is that it's always been the business of, if you're gonna accept the rules and what people say to you, you're never gonna go anywhere, because sometimes you gotta go above and beyond that and tell them, hey, yo, fuck you, sit down, shut the fuck up, here you go, let's understand this shit together. Yeah. It needs that type of structure and all that, and that's why it worked in the 90s. And that's why it kind of flopped.
And then also, not as much social media as well, so that helped.
That definitely changed the game. That was a game changer.
Yeah, because now with social media, like, you see the wrestlers now. You can see they're on TikTok, they're on live, they're doing all shit like that.
Yeah, and they incorporated too. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Like in one of the recent segments, The Rock brings up his Instagram account.
Yep.
They fucking bring up Cody Rhodes' mom.
Yeah. And it's crazy how they bring they bring their whole their moms, their dads into the episodes. Ready?
Man.
Give us a question about Golddust, the EP.
I know you said you won't spoil it for me.
You know what's
Yeah, man. Well, it's just the last song, man. It's gonna be a little shout out and everything that I'm doing. But I mean, it definitely hypes up, the album that's coming after this. So the album that's coming after this is gonna be called
Stardust. No.
Hell yeah, motherfucker.
Get some free Stardust with it.
It's gonna be called Golden Times.
Okay.
So that's how these two, little projects are gonna vibe off each other. But the whole essence of
I like that you have a project and then something ready to go after it. You're ready. You're ready.
Like I released 2 albums last year, and I already had these next 2 already set up and all that
That's
shit. And that's why I said I got something already in talks for 2026 and all that. So definitely, man. Like I'm always pushing, I'm always working, I'm always trying to strive and do more things.
Hell yeah.
But this Golden Times one, man, that's gonna be really badass produced. Some of it's gonna be produced by me. Some of it's gonna be produced by Neil Alex.
Okay.
And it's the whole golden essence of these 2 projects is gonna represent, just more of a positivity on my life. Hey yo, this is X Knowledge, and I just want to go ahead and say real quick, everybody that's fucking with me, that has been fucking with me over the years, I want to thank you for all your support. And let's keep rocking, let's keep rolling, man. I got things coming out. The one thing I got coming out is an EP called Golddust. It's a little branch off of the wrestler Golddust, but it's gonna be hype, it's gonna be lit. Definitely be on the lookout for it. Thank you guys so much. Much love. Whoop whoop.
Matter of fact, Anthony.
Yeah.
What are we doing the shot to?
Pedal to metal, let's go. No more holding back.
Let's go. He had that ready. You had that over there written down.
That's been my motto.
Oh, that's your motto?
Yeah.
Anthony's motto.
No, that's been my motto this month. Let's go.
Let's go. Pedal to the metal. Pedal to the metal. And for the thrill, acknowledge Anthony, De Niro, Ratty. Cheers.
Pinkies up.
Woo! I like that.
Alright, Ric Flair.
Hot.
It's hot.
I know it is.
It's so high.
This guy just, I heard. What did I see? Hold on, I'm trying to think.
De Niro, it's on you, my guy.
Oh, Spaceballs.
Spaceballs.
Story time.
Yeah, dude.
So the movie Spaceballs. Right now, when he just said, he about to take the drink of that shot, right? And right now, when he just said, hot, he literally just said it just like the fucking Darth Vader did. He was like, hot? It's too hot? He just said that shit just like...
Bro, man. He was fucking hilarious.
So, earlier you were mentioning as far as
don't forget the $100 bet.
About celebrity artists. Got points at me, pointed red. Anyways, so you mentioned earlier that the rap artists that you like, you said Bone Thugs and Harmony was not the very first one. You listened to other ones before then. But Bone Thugs and Harmony, when you actually started listening to him, he got your, got the attention and you like everything, like tone and everything, that tone and style. So, in regards to that, as far as Bone Thugs and Harmony, if you ever could, get a feature with them, how would you feel about it?
Man, shit. I sell my mama to get a fucking feature with them.
Damn,
man.
Damn.
Not the mama.
I'm sorry, mama.
I'll see you at the
I
crossroads.
never meant to hurt you.
And this got mentioned earlier that he did like Eminem, and you gonna bring that up. So I said my mama. I never meant to hurt you right there.
But you and your mama got a good relationship?
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, man. Me and my parents have a lovely.
But he'll still sell it.
Yeah, I still sell it though, man.
For that feature.
She understands.
It said Illuminati.
But,
how you feel about the Illuminati?
Illuminati? I mean, You know, the bankers or, you know, the people who let other people call them Illuminati?
I don't even know who the Illuminati is, but what's your definition of Illuminati?
So Illuminati, the real ones, you know, they created banking system and all that. I mean, yeah, they're one of the richest people out there, richest families out there, you know, like the Rothschilds and all that shit. But, you know, the ones that is in the industry that, you know, people refer to them, you know, they're not really called Illuminati. No one really calls them anything because there's not really a name for them. You know, they're kind of like how Cat Williams put it, you know, it's always Mr. Nobody that never seen nobody, and, you know, nobody ever heard nobody, and nobody ever really talked to nobody. Because
would you ever want to join the Nobodies?
Nah, man. Nah. I think I see, you know, certain aspects of people who fuck with that, and I see their lives, and I'm just like, you know, it's not worth sacrificing, you know, yeah, exactly, what we have and everything. Like we look at the glamour life as something really, really nice, but the glamour life looks at our normal life as something really blissful, man. Because we have peace. We can shut out the fucking world and go in our bed and just tune out. They can't.
Or go out to eat at a restaurant and be good. Go to a theme park and be fine. I be thinking about that shit. Like if I was famous, I feel like I would like hate it because I like my space. Yeah. Like even though like I'm a podcaster, I do this shit, but like I'm really like a person that's to myself. Like probably without like podcasting, people won't obviously know too much about me. I consider myself to be an ambivert. You know, you have an introvert, you got an extrovert, but I'm an ambivert, so I can turn it off and on. But I prefer being to myself, being in my own space, having my own peace. So if I was ever like, if I ever blew up, famous, blah blah blah, I don't know how I would feel about that because I couldn't be like, give me your autograph, give me your autograph. I mean, but some of the shit that you see, especially now with social media, with the trolls. And people want to gain publicity, and they want to do this, they want to do that for fame. Yeah. Like, and the way I am, and someone coming up to me and doing some dumb shit, or like,
I'm about to stick you in the face.
Yeah, I feel as though I'd be like, because I really do love being to myself. Like, only the people, like, I'm on a podcast, people like see that, but like the people that really know me, like know that like I prefer to be in my comfort zone. Yeah. I don't prefer to be like, oh, hey, I'm high and mighty. I'd rather be at home, chilling, watching a movie, playing some video games, gaming, just vibing.
At peace, man. Yeah.
Most people think that I'm like extroverted because I do go to clubs, I do music, I do the podcast, but I am not like that. Like I'm like that's my creative side. That's my artist side. How about you?
I feel like that's a good question, man, because I feel like, you know, I could be about all that life and everything, but I feel like if I'm too indulged in it, I'll get lost up in the mix. So I do it now, you know, to, you know, chill, you know, with people, you know, I love. But obviously I also do it, you know, to network. Collaborate.
Exactly.
Go perform and all that stuff.
Same.
So it's like a 50-50.
Yeah.
And you work with it and everything. Because the way I balance out my life, because I'm also a father, you know, obviously do things with my family.
Okay, so you say you're 50-50 both.
Yeah.
So you would consider yourself to be an ambivert as well?
Yeah, man, because there's definitely times I feel like, okay, you know, I just need peace of mind. Yeah. But then there's also other times where I'm like, bro, you know, I just want to go out, have a good time and everything. I don't ever really get fucked up, and I drink a lot. I drink a fucking lot. That's why I like these shots, you know, I can still talk to y'all and everything.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Same thing, you know, like at High Strung's concert, dude, like, I was like fucking 6 drinks in and everything. Oh,
so you saw the podcast with High Strung, right?
Yeah.
You see, we was getting fucked up that night too. We was getting lit. By the end of the episode, High Strung was lit as fuck. I don't know if you seen it to the end, but High Strung, he even brought it up. Like it was like, I don't know if you seen the part. He's like, he was coming at the camera. He was like, can't nobody fuck with me. Like it was a dope episode. It was funny as shit.
Yeah, he definitely living in the moment, man. I got a homie that's the same way, and man, some people get scared. And I'm just like, hey, man, he's just being himself, bro.
Yeah. And see, like with me, when it comes to this podcast shit, like that's why I said nothing scripted. We just speak off the fly, like you said, raw dog. Like I'd rather do it like this instead of having stuff written down and stuff like that because I feel like this is more genuine. This is more, like you said, in the moment. Like you get better interaction when it comes to this. Like if I were to send you a whole thing. Oh, these are the questions I'm gonna ask you. It's gonna be like, all right, I know he's gonna ask me this, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this about that. But when I'm asking you in the moment, oh, what's blah blah blah, I feel like it's more genuine because you're on the fly. You're
Bring
saying,
it out.
yeah, and you're like, oh, this is what I do. This is how I feel. Oh, that's a good question. Or even Anthony in the background asking you a question like, oh shit, I didn't know he was gonna ask that. That's a good question. De Niro randomly asking you a question. Story time. We're learning and we're doing it in real time. In real time.
For real.
I asked you this on episode 67, but when I ask people this question, it can change. It could be the same, but what is your thrill?
What is my thrill?
It could be, again, in life. It could be in music. It could be in whatever you feel as though you want it to be.
High places.
High places.
High places. I think that we have a natural thrill for being more extended up into the sky as we go.
Okay.
And so being like at the Tower of Americas or something
Okay.
like that, you know, being on the
So literal
fucking
high
ride,
places, you mean?
yeah.
Literal. Okay.
Yeah, you get that little airy feeling in your stomach. You're just like, what the fuck?
Okay, high places.
But yeah, it's definitely a thrill, man, especially on roller coasters.
De Niro, Ratty, final questions for X Knowledge.
Just because you mentioned roller coasters, you scared of heights?
Hell no.
He just said his thrill was high places.
Yeah.
Why did he be scared of the high
You
places?
want to know something, man? I've always joked that.
Hey, just because you mentioned that doesn't mean that at one point he may have been actually scared of that.
Yeah.
Touche.
Yeah, for real. But no,
'Cause I used to be scared of heights. I'm not gonna
always,
lie, I'm not anymore. I
I've
faced
always,
that by this one girlfriend that I thought was gonna change my
It's
life.
always a girl. It's always a fucking girl.
Man, Mother Nature, bro.
Hey, They go full circle. It's always a girl.
One ex, and I thought she was gonna change. Hey, we were together for a little minute, you know what I'm saying? But
How many eggs?
Huh?
Huh?
How many what?
He gonna order them in the basket. You see that?
But man, I've always joked around with people. I'm like, man, I think the best way to go out is just to be fucking falling from the sky. Just
Damn. That's crazy. I want to go out like that.
that's
No,
think about,
So
man.
you wanna skydive your death?
Pretty much, you know. I'm not saying that's what I
Pretty
want
much,
to do
you know,
with my day. I'm just
That's
saying
my
that would-
dream.
That
I
would
love
be
my
though, a cool way to go
I
out,
dive your death is
man. You're
crazy.
just like,
You really turn into Golddust.
well, I'll tell you, man. It's just, man. I just met y'all.
Right, like I'm just expressing my innermost
Golddust
feelings.
His ass gonna turn to grape powder.
I mean,
Great powder,
let's
man.
go down to now. We got to go down to the Sons of Anarchy at the end of the show because, you know,
You don't even know if
obviously-
he saw Sons of Anarchy. Have you seen it?
I touched on it, but I might know what you're talking about. But go
So
for it.
Jax at the end, literally, you know, he's gonna end his life, and he ends his life by getting hit by an 18-wheeler. But
Oh,
just
yeah,
going
that's
back
crazy.
to what you were saying, he literally goes like this, hands out like that, and just like that. You want to go skydiving, so you're gonna do the same thing, but
Yeah.
like this.
You want to know what the similarity in between both of them are? Is that the moment before death. You want it to be impactful enough to not feel shit, but you want to feel that change and hope that you get this full transition of
Ask
life
the right
to
questions.
afterlife.
See, that's how you bring them out. Yeah,
That's
okay.
what I feel like a lot of people connect with, and that's why they fantasize about shit like that.
Ratty, closing question.
Do you really like this man?
I do. I love
All
him.
right. With that being said, before we close out, I'm gonna give you as a guest to ask us any question you want to ask before we close out.
All
You
right,
wanna
like
ask?
individually questions.
Yeah, it
or
can be
the same
individually, same,
questions?
whatever you want to do before we close it out.
Man, okay. Here's a question for all of y'all. What are y'all doing in October?
October is my birthday month.
Really?
Team Libra. I'm Libra gang.
Oh shit!
October
Fuck
14th.
yeah, man. Nice.
Why you give me thumbs up, Anthony?
Yeah, that's my birthday too, October 23rd.
Hey!
All right. What are
Libra
y'all
gang.
doing in October?
My little sister and my daughter's birthdays in October.
Nice. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah.
I'm gonna get candy.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah, man. So what I want to do is I want to throw a show in October.
Okay.
Shit, let me know.
And I want to have opening acts. I want to have people there. You know, I did one last year.
Why October?
Halloween. I fucking love Halloween.
Okay.
We dressed up. And
No
everything.
offense.
Candy.
No offense. Just because you're into rock, I already
Yeah.
assumed Halloween was like one of your
it's a holiday
It's so
for me, man.
offensive.
I say fuck Christmas, man. I'm all about
He
Halloween.
said fuck
man.
Christmas.
I'm still Halloween on
Fuck Christmas.
I have a little Christmas sweater like the Jack, what's
Fuck
his name? The Pumpkin King.
Yeah.
That's cousin?
Yeah.
Nah, it's funny. We got an
The night
inside.
before Christmas shit?
Yeah,
Me and
man.
this guy got an inside joke about fuck Christmas. That's why I said it's funny you brought that up. We got a literally inside joke about fuck Christmas.
Those are the best.
Candy.
But,
But,
man.
Anthony, any closing questions for your 9 feet band member? And you can't say no. Sorry.
For the podcast host.
For the thrill.
For the thrill, let's see. Let's get it.
Yo, Anthony's high.
He's not. Just the way you sound, bro.
And he's lit.
It's just a tone you give.
That's just me, bro.
No. I like it. I like it.
Let me see. How are you feeling with future projects?
See, the ending part right there.
Future projects. So let me go ahead and speak to the fans and everything, man. Future projects coming
Or
out.
there, yep.
They're gonna be more lit. They're gonna be more positive. They're gonna be more of something I can showcase. They're gonna be more of things I want to do live. So definitely, man, stay tuned. Check it out. Check out For the Thrill. Check out X Knowledge. Check out XNV. We got 9 Feet coming out. We got Golddust. We got Golden Times. I got music videos, man. Just a bunch of fucking shit. Eventually, let's go up to fucking festivals, but I can't make that happen without you guys, man. So
Okay.
I like that.
definitely,
And
man, fuck with us.
one more thing I do love for my guests to do is give the fans out there a gem. It could be something you learn throughout your life that you can pass down to someone younger than you, someone older than you, or something you learned that you could drop to someone that they can learn.
All right. So here's something I can drop, especially to the younger generation. Is when you're at a time in life where things feel confusing and like you're not working out, always try to remember that maybe 5 years down the line, the you is depending on that moment, letting it happen. So don't fight it too much. Don't stress over about it too much. Let it pass. It's gonna pass. Stay focused and know where you want to be at.
For the Thrill Podcast, episode 68. I am your host, MC Thrills. Special guest, X Knowledge in the building.
Hell yeah. Whoop whoop.
Co-host, Poppy X De Niro.
Yes, sir.
And
Hell
special
yeah.
co-host, Ratty McFly.
Hell
And
yeah.
appreciate y'all tuning in.
Your boy.
It's your boy.
Give him that candy.
Give him that candy. Good shit, man. Appreciate
Hell
you coming
man.
through.
It was badass.
Likewise.
Yeah, dude. You ever seen Aqua Teen on the Tiger Force?
Go.
Money well spent, I move just fine, trust me. So much work for y'all. Elect me to be the dope man serving y'all. You can spend your last 5, it's worth it, y'all. Cause so much work for y'all. I know this economic depression hurting y'all, but I got so much work for y'all. Once the clientele popping, I'm setting up shop and knocking my